Xabi Alonso changed my life already. He's changed my life as a Chelsea fan already. He's changed my life as a Chelsea fan already. Do you know why, bro? Because I got to talk about it, man. Xabi Alonso has arrived at Chelsea. I'm gassed, super gassed. I'm not even going to lie to you, like, guys, girls, I'm going to be real with you, my blue coat brothers and sisters, yeah? Yeah, that FA Cup final was dark, different, dark, disappointing, dissatisfying, just demoralizing, man, like another final at Wembley. But just as I'm getting ready to sink and wallow in my sadness, I see the news drop. Xabi Alonso to Chelsea. And listen, let me tell you something, innit, yeah? There were so many people that I was talking to on X, on Instagram, in chats, that doubted that this move was gonna happen. And for me personally, I'll be real. I was making sure that I stayed quietly confident. I wasn't shouting too much, but in my heart of hearts, I was thinking to myself, I don't believe there's any way, shape, form, or fashion that they can bring any other candidate in except Xabi Alonso or Andoni Iraola. And the reason why I came to that conclusion was because, for me, from the time they sacked Liam Rossignol, in fact, if we start at them even sacking Enzo Maresca, for me, sacking Enzo Maresca, whether he left, me personally, in my mind, that guy left us in the lurch a little bit. From time when Maresca went and they brought in Liam Rossignol, I made a video on this channel that actually got like 2,000-3,000 views. Shout out to all of you that checked it out. I was very bullish on Rossignol. For me, I could see the play. You bring in somebody that's young, talented as a coach, that has good principles, good values, can play decent football, and he's right within your structure and system. He's going to work and help you guys understand what you need to get out of that squad. For me, it was like it was a near on perfect recruitment strategy. In that it was going to get you to the end of the season. I didn't personally think he was going to stay the whole 6 years, but I could see him staying like a year or two. I'll be honest, that was my perspective. But as the games went on, and I saw him slipping and losing control over the dressing room, I clocked on. This is not even on Rossignol. I don't even necessarily want to blame Buluko. I look at these players and go, I'm looking at you. And I'm looking at you going, how many managers can come into this club now and they still can't get a tune or a performance out of you? Some of these guys have been here for time. Enzo Fernandez, yeah? Cucurella, yeah? Benoit Badiashile, yeah? Some of these guys have been there for years now. Even Reece James, I love Reece James, but my guys know me in the group chat. Since Reece James debuted for this club, as much as I've loved him, the one thing I've always held against Reece James is when he plays right back, the going backwards and playing it safe is too much. And I've always sort of had a quiet questioning about Reece James's leadership ability, because I just don't see him being the kind of person that's going to go, right, boys, we're down 2-3-0. Come on, let's get it together. It's not that I don't think he cares enough about the club. I think he loves the club. But for me, I just don't think he has the demeanor of somebody that is born to fight in the trenches. He's a very, very elite talent. I would say a world-class player that is capable of contributing to a team that is already up near the top, right? But if he's in a team aside that's struggling, I don't think he's going to be the shining light. As in, he's not going to be the one to lead us to victory. So I've always held that about Reece James. But that's my opinion on the players. So when Rossignol eventually got sacked, my stance was very, very, very clear. In all the group chats, in all the panels, on all the panel shows I was on the terrace, whether I was talking to Mo and Hassam, whatever show I was doing with the catch-up boys, SB and Jay, I said the same thing every single time. If Rossignol goes, the club is changing. Because for me, if you sack your manager who you've drafted in from within your system, that's a heavy-hearted sacking. That's not something you do lightly. It'd almost be like bringing your boy in to work at the company you work for and he's not performing, and then you have to say, bro, my manager's chatted to me, bro, we have to let you go. You would do that with a heavy heart, and you would never really want to do that in the first place. So if you find yourself doing it, it's because you recognize, okay, something drastic has to change. So for me, I was always quietly confident again that this summer things were going to change. The board was not going to continue doing what they've done before because they'd already seen, okay, something is awry. And I think, to be honest, they felt pretty disrespected by the way Maresca handled some of the attention he was getting from other clubs. Because it has to be said, I am somebody that is around a lot of Leicester fans. They told me from minute one, Maresca was coming in. I said, nah, I didn't believe it. They said, yeah, he's coming in, and we'll tell you the truth, Quest. Things got dark at the end of the season, towards the end of the season, when Leicester were getting promoted from the Championship to the Premier League. They were struggling with results. They were top of the table by like 12 points at one point, and the gap got closed. Players were going into the dressing room like Jamie Vardy and some of the other senior players saying, boss, we need to change the style. And there was friction with it. So I already had in the back of my mind that while I love Maresca, by the way, I love Maresca. I love what he said when he came in. I love his attitude. I love that first video where he came in and just said, chilly. Like he knew who couldn't do what he needed them to. He needed the team to be able to do. I knew like, okay, this is the guy. But subconsciously, I'm going, at some point, there is going to come a time where those questions that have been asked about Maresca before are going to be asked again. So I defended Maresca on the basis that you can't criticize a manager that's come up from the Championship and act like he's a top 3, top 5 manager now. You can't do that. And you can't criticize him for not being that. So when results weren't really going our way, I stood firm to say, yo, I wasn't really happy with the way we were playing because Maresca's system was isolating the striker and forcing everything through the wingers, which is why we went so heavy on wingers this past summer transfer window, because we lost so many wingers. But for me, that was very frustrating because we brought in top talent in João Pedro and we underutilized Nicholas Jackson, who, of course, had his own issues. Do you get it? So again, came to this summer, I was bullish. I said, yo, I think we're getting something done. And either way, I was going to be happy. If it was Xabi Alonso, I was going to be ecstatic. If it was Andoni Iraola, I was going to accept it on the basis that I've seen what he's done with Bournemouth. I think he can get a tune out of these players. Now, what I definitely wasn't saying with Iraola was, if we get Iraola, we can win the league. I did not have that mentality at all. I was thinking, he's going to have to build something very, very good, but ultimately he's not going to be the guy. But if we need to stabilize the ship, and that's what they're thinking, in order to bring in these senior players and try and turn the squad around, cool, I'm with it. I can back it. I can get down with that. The moment I started seeing Ornstein tweet, Fab tweet, I said, something's different. Something's different. Something's odd. Something's weird. And I was a little bit hesitant because I was thinking, there was and ahhing with Slot, and ahhing with Slot, and ahhing with Slot. Until I saw Fabrizio's video where he said, guys, I told you multiple times, 2 days ago, 3 days ago, that Liverpool are not looking to change their manager, Arne Slot. They have said multiple times going into the summer transfer window that they want to stick with Slot. They have said this multiple times. I've told you guys again and again and again. And he smiled. I remember him smiling in the video. He said, I told you again and again and again, Liverpool at this current time are not looking at Xabi Alonso. There is talks going on between Chelsea and Xabi Alonso. When I saw that video, I said, yeah, man. I think we're getting the guy. I think we're getting it. I think we're getting him. And guys, I'll be real. We got him and I didn't think I'd feel how I felt until I saw this post. And I have to show you this right here, yeah? Look at this from Chelsea, yeah? And things that certain people say and the way they say it just grips you, bro. You know, like, this is the saddest thing about Rossini's tenure. He actually knew all the right things to say and was saying them. But the problem is, there's something about you just not being the guy. There's something about, I don't like to use words that the kids use, yeah, but there's something about not having that aura. You get it? There's something about Xabi, like, he's got that aura, blood. It's like most people react to Xabi Alonso like, listen, he's a man that a lot of girls might be like, yeah, he's a nice looking lad. He's suave, he's sharp. Most men are going to look at Xabi like, yeah, he's a talented guy, smart guy. He knows how to ball. You get it? You know that saying like, women want to be with him, man want to be him. I hear it with Xabi, dog. Because he's smooth, he's suave, he's classy, bro. Do you get it? That might have been the sole difference between Rossini and Maresca and Xabi. And to be honest, all the other managers we've had before, we've never had under Bluco a classy manager. We haven't had a classy manager. The closest we got to classy was Maresca, bro. The closest. And actually, to be honest, when the cracks, what's that freestyler song? The cracks begin to show, begin to show, begin to show. Yeah? When the pressure started piling upon, man, the cracks started showing. And you saw him go from classy to critical very, very quickly. So for me, that's something that I appreciate a lot about Xabi already. When I went and watched back that Mourinho interview where he said, look at this guy's education and his upbringing. His dad's a player, a former player. I think he was a manager as well. He's come from a good academy. He's played under Ancelotti, Benitez, Mourinho. He's played under Pep Guardiola. This guy has everything it takes. And he's been at the very top. He's won leagues. He's won multiple Champions League. This guy is the real DL. Do you get it? And I'll tell you the moment that changed my life when I saw this. Yeah, when I saw him comment this. It is an honor, full stop. Bro, see me. I'm a simple man, innit? Yeah? You can't just gas me and win me over. It don't work like that, yeah? Because I see through things a lot of the time. Man can't just sweet talk me. But there's a certain way that people speak that is just, yeah, bro, like officer, yeah? Senior man, general, sergeant, whatever you say, I'm doing it. If you want to ride out, let's ride out. If you want to crash it on the man, let's crash it on, man. If you want to go to war, let's go to war. That's what I would do for Xabi Alonso. You know why? Because he's a man that don't shout, don't scream. Yeah? He's not a guy that flaunts himself or tries to be something he's not. He's a man that's just going to tell you, guys, go. And you're going to go. Because if you don't go, it's going to look bad on you. Do you get it? Because he's classy with it, suave with it. He fits Chelsea to the absolute T. And in another video, I want to show you a tweet actually from a couple years ago where there was a report that came out saying that, I think it was from Fabrizio, saying that Chelsea want to build a Xabi Alonso type project. I have to get into that myself. But this comment right here from Xabi Alonso changed my life, man. Seeing him say it is an honor. It actually reminds me very much of the Instagram video Chelsea put out of when João Pedro joined. And they asked him, which players remind you of Chelsea? Who do you look up to when you think about Chelsea? And he said Frank Lampard. And I commented on the video. I'll be honest, that was before I even started this channel. I commented on that video saying, he mentioned Frank Lampard. Yeah, this guy's cultured. Because people will think it's easy to just, oh yeah, everybody knows Frank Lampard. But you got to understand, in the footballing world, Frank Lampard is disrespected. He's not rated highly. If you come to the debate of Lampard, Gerrard, Scholes, Lampard always gets put at the bottom, which is a madness. You're talking about a man that's got over 200 goals, bro, for his club and has what? Like 20 plus goal seasons, double-digit goal seasons, 10 seasons in a row. Assist record up there. Only midfielder to be in the top 10 of the Premier League for goals. Only midfielder. He's your best midfielder, and João Pedro knew who it was. That's not a comment you make unless you know Chelsea. So I'm not surprised that João Pedro puts in the performances he does. Same way why I'm bullish on Bluco and Xabi Alonso, bro. Because I see the same kind of rhetoric here. Xabi Alonso is delighted, excited, ecstatic to be at our club. You might not believe him. That's okay. Me personally, I'm fully convinced. Because a man can't come into this club like Rafinha and say the same things Maresca did and say similar things to what Xabi said and get run out the club. Unless the truth is people don't believe you. But the truth is everybody believes Xabi Alonso. And there's a whole nother video I want to do about why I think this is even more of a shrewd signing. Because this is actually going to help switch and change the public perception of Chelsea. Because Xabi Alonso is not a guy that makes enemies of people. And that's also been part of the problem with the managers we've had before. Rafinha came in, wasn't convincing, made enemies. Maresca came in, made enemies. Potter made enemies. Poch made enemies. Tuchel was the enemy in the end. No, I can't even say that. He's my guy, but yeah, all of these managers have made enemies. And the thing is, if you're gonna make enemies, you need to be mentally, you need to be astute. You need to have mental fortitude. There's only certain men that can come in and make enemies and have the witherall, the strength, the guile to withstand the media and the pressure they're gonna put on you, bro. Otherwise, you have to be a class of you and make friends, not foes. And I've only seen a couple man do it. Pep, Klopp, Mourinho. These are some of the only mans I've seen come into this league and do it. Arteta is like the new school gen of that. But all these other managers, they're different, bro. They're different. Ancelotti's a great example of a man that don't make foes. He makes friends. Do you get it? Zidane, friends, not foes. Yeah? Certain people have to do it differently. And I like the way Xabi does what he does. And what I like more about it is nobody's questioning it. You can immediately see the demeanor of all Chelsea fans. Chelsea fans all over social media now are going, we've got to start putting pressure, yes, on the board, but on the players. If these players aren't good enough, they got to go. Listen, we were saying this under the board, but we were saying, nah, but Rafinha's got to do better. Maresca's got to do better. With Xabi, we're saying, give Xabi what he wants. So that the whole demeanor changes. This is why I was sticking it on the players from before, because I started clocking. This ain't just a manager issue, bro. This is a player issue, and it's not player personnel in the sense of just like you recruited badly. You cannot recruit high-level players, right? And still they give you everything. And if you're a real Chelsea fan, you'll know that our club is not built on superstars. It's built on players that had talent, had skill, had potential, but became superstars. Drogba went from Guingamp to Marseille to Chelsea, bro. Frank Lampard went from West Ham on loan to Swansea to Chelsea, bro. John Terry came up through the academy at 16, bro. Do you understand? A lot of the players... Bro, who did Solomon Kalou play for before Chelsea? Who did Malouda play for before Chelsea? Ashley Cole might have been one of the only players I've seen at Chelsea, like in that Mourinho era, that was a pure-on-pure star. Same with Eden Hazard, Fairs, and even then he was like top talent. He wasn't a star yet. Do you understand? He was just one of the hot prospects. Yeah? He might have had that Declan Rice type motion at the time. You get it? Yeah? Diego Costa, fair enough. Do you understand? Fair enough. You got a Diego Costa. Fabregas, fair enough. What do you call it? Pedro from Barcelona, fair enough. But even people like Willian, Shakhtar Donetsk, Gary Cahill, Bolton, David Luiz, Benfica, Petr Cech, I think he came from Stade Rennais. Yeah, this Chelsea has always been a team that has made players. We've made players. That's why when they leave and they've done something here, we always clap them off and say, well done, bro. We're happy to have seen you do what you did. Do you get it? Look at Rudiger going to Real Madrid. He came from Roma. I remember watching him in the 2017 Confederations Cup, bro. Or was it? It might have been the under-23s Euros, maybe. It's the same squad as like Kimmich and them, man. Yeah? So I'm saying, this is who we need. This is the manager we've needed from time. And if it is that the actual owners wanted to build a project like his before and they actually got his guy, guys, I'm going to tell you this now. Lock in. Rafinha could have succeeded at this club. He actually could have succeeded. I truly believe that. But the problem is, I'll be real with you, I don't think he was ever really, ever being brought in to really run the team. Because I think they brought him in as do us a favor, bro. I think he might have thought maybe I can turn it into something, which is why maybe he started to change a little bit. But I think they brought him in as a favor. Like, guy, do us a favor, bro. Tell us who is good, who isn't good. Tell us who we should move on, who we shouldn't move on. Because we're going big in the summer and we need a name to come through that door that's going to change things. And we know who we want. We know who we've been talking to. Do you get it? That's just my 10 pence, man. Chelsea fans, let me know how you feel in the comment section down below, man. You have to be gassed. You have to be, bro. You have to be. He's coming. He said it's an honor. Bro, I'm with you, Xabi. Do you get it? It's time to usher in a new era of Chelsea Football Club. In fact, hashtag it is time to rise. Yo, my Chelsea brothers and sisters. I'll see you in the next video, my people. Take care. Don't stress and stay blessed. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, hit that bell notification icon so you get a notification every single time I upload. And I'll see you in the next one, people. Up the Chelsea. Up the Chelsea. Up the flipping Chelsea. Peace.